What about now? Are we live? We are live! Give me just a second. There we go. And before I forget, Twitter and Bluesky. There we go. Hello, hello. Hi. It is I, Equinox Eterna. Again with Gears Frontline to Exilium. Corposant. How are you? How are you guys? How's the world doing? I literally have nothing right now to do, like polling before the starting with the story or all that. I have 80 tickets with this for when in the little cat I forget the name comes. So not yet, but yeah, I have nothing more to do. This is nothing important. So let's just jump into it. Shall we? Corposant part 1.5. Look, even here says AS2. I read in Twitter that all of the names of these these stages, were alchemical components. First substance, sun's gold, as above, so below. Okay, this one, moon silver, pelican's blood. The pelican's blood thingy. I don't know why they use specifically pelicans in alchemy, thaumaturgy, and all that. I have no idea, but just from this line, I'm inferring that it has something to do with sacrifice. Gnostic Revelation, Caduceus, that's the stuff from Hermes, the god of doctors and messengers. Tree of Life, Mercurial Fountain, Sir al-Asrar. I remember this name from something, but I don't remember what is this. Something to do with the Philosopher's Stone? Ouroboros, of course. Alchemy, a spark of life. This electricity, and the fifth element. It's all alchemy. What? Recommended level 20, Sir al-Asrar. What lies behind the door? Rebirth or deeper damnation? Challenge. What is it? Give me a second, I just got message. I'll be back. Okay, let's continue this. I should have just put this out on and watch it explode. Look at the animations. Boom. There's literally nothing to do here. Alva clings. And the ship ults. But really, Macchiato just jumped at the worst possible position. That's why I do these things manual. Continue. Okay, what's going on? Splish, splash. Hurried footsteps kick up rhythmic splashes that echo through the vast underground passage system. In these narrow yet intricate tunnels, sound carries a long way, yet its true source is difficult to pinpoint. Lviv underground maintenance system is notably the conventional impression that people tend to have of such places. Within this complex subterranean network, there is almost no odor at all. Clear water flows through the channels, having undergone multiple stages of purification. Every junction and ventilation shaft is precisely engineered to ensure the system's efficient operation. All of this is thanks to the fully automated maintenance works deployed by the GR group. The entire system requires virtually no routine human upkeep. Even scheduled inspections only call for a small number of professionally trained dolls to carry out standard maintenance protocols. Since the establishment of Lviv's satellite cities, the underground system has never suffered a security breach or operational failure, and today is clearly not a scheduled inspection day. We have shaken them off for now, but things still aren't looking good. Please elaborate. Please elaborate. Alva checks the status of her weapon. She removes the magazine, smoothly racks the charging handle, and a round pops out of the chamber. She catches it in her bare hand. She presses the round back into the magazine, then takes out another pack of ammunition and loads it one round at a time. Once the magazine is full, she sits it back into the weapon and chambers it. While you were fighting that doll, I checked every possible evacuation route. All routes leading to the second extraction point have been sealed off. The ER group has deployed a large number of armored automatons. Getting bogged down with them will interfere with our mission timeline. Moreover, that doll... Alva hesitates uncharacteristically, unsure how to describe what she just witnessed. She saw the entire exchange with her own eyes. Moimastina, Erwin, AK-15, the strongest doll in the Neo-Soviet Union, perhaps the strongest doll in the world. In a one-on-one frontal engagement, she gained no advantage at all, and was even suppressed at one point. This wasn't the first time. Long ago, Moimastina had lost once before. Just once, and that single defeat had a deep and lasting impact. That's great. Alva has partnered with Moimastina for 10 years now, longer than even her time with the previous Snow Wolf. And yet, at this moment, she still doesn't know how to begin. She doesn't know what Moimastina would think. The target doll does indeed have superior specs. Under the current conditions, I can say I have absolute confidence that I beat her in a direct confrontation. 1 second. Okay, Moimastina's voice is calm and devoid of emotion, as if she's merely stating an objective fact. I thought you might need some time to adjust. We are on a mission. We don't have time for emotional processing. Besides, I don't feel discouraged. When I lost you back then, I was discouraged for years. The technological advancement of doll frames is inevitable. When I lost to you. Okay, this is Alva's mod 3 story in the original. I'm already counting my blessings that show's design has kept me at this level even after 10 years. She's still the strongest after 10 years. And everyone in the fight didn't lack that power. Well, of course, we must 15 had the best, the strongest, but Alva was the blank canvas. AK-12 was the perfect leader, and Nadia, also known as RPK-16, was the schemer, the one who defied, even defy. Boimastina pauses, then continues in the same even tone. Even if my frame is no longer the strongest, I am still AK-15. I am still a member of Task Force Defy. Alva shakes her head with a fine smile. I didn't expect to be the one getting comforted. That's embarrassing. Alva looks up at Boimastina's calm face and quickly regains her usual composure. I received a message from Kevin and from her. That doll is called Igla. She's a Syrian doll affiliated with the YAR group. Apparently, she holds the title of the strongest Syrian doll within the conglomerate. It's literally that meme, the strongest doll in history versus the strongest doll in today. This doesn't change our course of action. Is the plan still viable? Carrying out 43 comes with too many unpredictable risks, so I want to make some adjustments to the plan. Alva sends her revised plan to Boimastina, who frowns slightly as she reads it. The sewer system was indeed a blind spot that doll failed to notice at first. But judging from the combat capability she demonstrated, encircling this area and tightening the perimeter is only a matter of time once she reorganizes and coordinates her forces. Still, we successfully broke contact. Your decision was correct. For now. No matter how complex the underground system is, it's still a finite space with unpredictable entrances and exits. So I have decided to abandon the plan of handling O43 over to Kevin for extraction. El BIF security alert level is already high, and it's better for everyone if he stays alive. Yep, please don't risk Kevin. We haven't met with him again, so please let him live. Carrying on 43 while executing your plan is too risky. Our mission should take absolute priority. I think the container can be handed over to Nonfa. I didn't really want to bring this up, but I specifically had her look into 43, and the conclusion was that Girard Group's president, Oleg Girard, had already reached a cooperation agreement with Nonfa. That explains why Nonfa will deliberately send O43 a component of Project Eden, and something that could fairly be called a dangerous object. 12 right to Girard. They're involved too? No, I don't think it goes that far, at least. I trust their conscience. But it is also a fact that Nonfa and Girard have reached a consensus. They work for Nonfa, but they don't represent Nonfa itself. The non-military force administration has no reason to cover for the YAR group. Admittedly, this is only a possibility, and I judge it more likely that this so-called cooperation is the hierarchical group offering allegiance to Nonfa to avoid becoming a scapegoat. But for safety reasons, we can place our trust lightly in Nonfa as an organization without concrete intelligence. That's also what she thinks. That's probably 12. I think we need her to make the call. Your plan is too risky. At the very least, she should provide intelligence support. Alva lets out a sigh. I don't want to disturb her, not just out of safety concerns, but also because this is a critical moment. She might be just one step away from uncovering the conglomerates and Paradise's inner workings. We can drag her down. But right now, there really isn't a better option. I suppose I can ask her to provide that person's precise location. It's just a single set of coordinates. It should take no time at all. At this point, going straight for the kill is our best chance, in a way the enemy doesn't anticipate. Agreed. Alva takes out the cube-like communicator once more. Boimastina watches her quietly. Then she suddenly pipes up. What? If you turn it to the right position, the cube will start talking? Of course not. It's based on hexadecimal algorithmic logic encryption, with physical link pathways added to increase the isolation and security. Alva looks up. Wait. Did you just try to crack a joke, Boimastina? Are you worried about me? This was a joke. If anyone else said this line, this was obviously a joke. But with Boimastina's serious face, it didn't feel like that. It felt like a serious inquiry. But she deserves all of the pats, even if she's taller than me. She would be so pleased to know that you develop a sense of humor. She just laughed at me. She would laugh at your joke. Boimastina falls silent again, looking decidedly sullen. Alva gently shakes her head, her lips curled up in a smile, and redirects her attention to the cube. She flexes her fingers. Micro data ports extend from her fingertips and connects precisely to the terminal security interface. With another flex of her finger, With another flex of her fingers, hairs and auxiliary digits emerge and insert themselves into the cube as if they had a mind of their own. Data flow through the auxiliary digits and interface with Alva's neural cloud. Boimastina watches silently, periodically scanning both sides of the tunnel with her wolf eye. Zzz. Beep. The cube gradually lights up. The link on the other end has successfully been established. Boimastina casts a questioned glance at Alva but remains silent. After several seconds of processing, Alva finally speaks. I need a vodka. Boimastina frowns. She suppresses the urge to question Alva about what's going on while looking back and forth between the communicator and Alva's tightly knit brows. After a long silence, Boimastina finally decides to ask. But at that very moment, the light in Alva's eyes abruptly goes dark and the auxiliary digits extending from her fingers retract at once. What? The cube drops to the ground, producing a crisp, muted blast, and its built-in emergency self-destruct protocol wipes everything. The signal was intercepted and traced. Before Boimastina can ask, Alva has already delivered a concise status report. Her expression turns grim. After only a brief pause, she rises swiftly and starts moving in a certain direction. I have obtained the coordinates, but the position is now exposed. We need to advance deeper into the tunnels. Understood. We must reply tersely with no superfluous words. She quickly grabs O43's container and adjusts its position for optimal ease of carrying. Inside a highly integrated tactical command room, rows of display screens cast a blue glow over the faces of technicians that work. The hum of data analysis systems and communication monitoring equipment weaves together into the distinct tension of a battlefield. Beep beep! Ma'am, target comms signal tracking interrupted after 1.24 seconds. 1.24 seconds. Quite a fast reaction time. Impressive. Igla stands elegantly before the main control console. Her brand new uniform is immaculate with not a wrinkle in sight. Her movement unhurried as if she's enjoying a refined performance. Ma'am, preliminary signal analysis indicates that the signal source connected to the doll appears to be located within the group's internal network. That is indeed a logical inference. Of course it will be internal. You already knew. Consider the encirclement operation just now. We made the most thorough arrangements and plans possible. We haven't employed certain special technologies that cannot be disclosed to the public. Yet even under those circumstances, our operation still went awry. Tell me, what would be an appropriate explanation for that? Indeed. By all logic, with plans and deployment so complete, the operation should have been watertight. The operation was never disclosed externally, but within the group, a small number of specific personnel did have access to it. For testing purposes, there were individuals with varying degrees of possible foreknowledge. In such a situation, what is the simplest conclusion? An internal information leak? A remarkably accurate description. Igla turns gracefully and turns to her command position. She folds her hands atop the desk, her posture composed and dignified. Out of harming, her gaze settles on the seaward topographical map, continuously updating on the display, and on the search perimeter that is steadily shrinking. Her expression is calm as still water, yet deep within her eyes flickers a light, much like Alva's when she enters analytical mode. A traitor? Or a long-embedded spy? How long have they been lurking? How much critical intelligence have they obtained? And how much has already been passed on? Igla's gaze remains serene and courteous, but anyone who knows her can sense that strained anger beneath that elegant facade. This may be an unnecessary question, but please indulge me anyway. Can that internal signal source be traced? No, it can't. The cutoff was too fast. We didn't have time to trace it back. As expected. Igla gives the security officer a polite nod and steps out of the command room. She takes out an exquisite-looking communicator, frowns slightly, and presses the call button. At last, my dear Lady Igla! Took you long enough to contact me. So, did you mess up? What you wanted was taken. We're in pursuit. Just like I predicted, and you refused to believe me. What a shame. We should have made a bet or something. Igla's frown deepens. She reins in her emotions and continues speaking into the communicator. I have already identified the location of the container. Just as you anticipated, the dolls who came to seize it are indeed the Task Force Defy. Oh my, those two dolls are anything but easy opponents. Even if you are the strongest Syrian doll, you really shouldn't underestimate them, okay? You flatter me. I will respond with full and true preparations. What I'm wondering is, can you track those two dolls continuously via the container they took? I don't even know where the container is. How would I track? Ah, hang on a second. Did you just say they found the container's location? Indeed. We intercepted their external communications. We can now determine an approximate coordinate. The sewers they are in should all be equipped with signal amplifiers installed by the Jira group. I believe you could use them to forcibly establish a connection with the container. That's true. Hold on, I'll get right into it. On it. Mitsuketa? Ah, found it. Connection successful. I'm sending the location over now. Also, let's cause some extra hassle while we are at it. Hassle? They may be powerful dealers, but even they bound to be thrown off by something like this, right? I'm having so much fun thinking about it. In any case, this should have slowed them down. Now it's up to the strongest Syrian doll to go and catch them. Reach the indicated destination or eliminate all enemies. What's the indicated destination? Huh? Oh. One allied unit reaches a designated area. What if I just... What if I just hit this? Boom. And another one. Boom. Now, if they come to attack, they will eat the hit all. Wait. What if I? Oh yeah, I forgot to hit with Dushev to move Macchiato a little bit more. Oh yeah, I don't have the movement, the extra movement thingy. Or do I? No. And action. Boom. Boom. Ha. Ouroboros. Continue. The dull sound of dripping water echoes through the empty sewer passageways. The metal walls, unrefined by meticulous engineering, are now marked with scorched black marks left by ammunition, clearly recording the firefight that took place not long ago. The air, once heavy with disinfectant, now carries a faint scent of gunpowder, a reminder of what has just unfolded here. Alva and Boy must in a seat with their backs against the wall. Their combat suits are already soaked through, punctured by several fresh bullet holes. A silver grey pot lies quietly nearby. Despite the fierce battle, its surface bears not a single scratch. We must not remain silent as she methodically checks her weapon. The metal rustles and clatters occasionally while she works the parts. Alva fiddles with a slightly singed lock of her hair between her fingers, thinking through their next move. Even as the enemy closes in again and again, she maintains her composure, as if all of this has already been accounted for in her calculations. The silence continues until Boymaster finishes checking her weapon. She looks up at her partner, her tone calm yet resolute. Destroy it. What? Oh shit. Oh, you need water. I'll be back. Okay, something went very wrong with my throat. I don't know what the hell happened, but I suddenly just coughed and got the taste of blood. So I don't know. Maybe I'm dying, or maybe I just hurt my throat somehow. Weirdly, I haven't put anything in my mouth besides food. So yeah. Alva freezes for a moment, clearly not understanding what her partner has abruptly uttered. According to your plan, we can be 100% sure that we can hold onto the container. The container slows our movement and drags down the efficiency of our operation. Wait. Mixon? Yeah. And if it's seized by the Jira group, the risk will be immeasurable. We must glances towards the pod lying not far away. If we destroy it, we increase our mobility and accelerate the execution of the plan, while also cutting off Paradise's ability to complete Project Eden with it. That is the most rational choice. Please, Big Mastina, tell me that this time it's not a joke. Please tell me that you're joking. I misspoke. Mastina puts forth her argument grimly. She seems to have anticipated Alva's reluctance, but she speaks her mind anyway. Nope. Just as Mastina expected, Alva rejects her proposal outright. It has always been this way. Sometimes Alva accepts Mastina's suggestions. Sometimes she does not. 10 years have passed. Alva is no longer the doll she once was. Now, not even she can easily sway Alva's decisions. She's grown so much. Boy Mastina. Alva gazes at Boy Mastina somberly. In the past, she could never read Boy Mastina's thoughts. Standing before her, Alva would feel nothing but unease, as if facing a slab of cold steel. But in time, she finally understands why she always calls Boy Mastina an open book. Her emotions are simple and straightforward. I understand your reasoning, but this isn't how we do things. There's a child inside that box. Please don't try to destroy that. Besides, the exact nature of Project Eden remains an unknown variable. O43 is a core component, yet her concrete function and role are still unclear. Even her intelligence network can't provide complete data. Destroying her rashly could trigger unpredictable chain reactions. It's also that. But is the kid of the commander. Please don't. I believe the risk of destroying it is lower than the risk of failing the mission, or of Girard reclaiming it. Alva remains patient. No matter what function she serves as O43 or what role she plays in whatever plan, she herself is just an innocent little girl who knows nothing of the world. Yep. Whatever Paradius or Girard intends to use her for, she herself is blameless. Do you remember how we met Anna? Are they talking about Anje or the Nito? Because last stream I said that the only one with the name Anna is Victorino Soy, and that's Angelia. But I forgot that one of the Nitos that was not brainwashed yet in Shattered Connection, if I remember correctly, was also called Anna, and she was like the leader. Yeah, let's call it leader of the group of Nitos that we rescued. 10 years have happened since that, so they're probably watching their poor chicken father that is running around in the the Shikikan dad that's running around in the Elmo, in the yellow zones, trying to not pay. What's the word in English? I don't know. The burial thing. Child support. That's what that was it. Okay. Do you remember how we met Anna? The mission went RP when I formally rejoined the unit, the submarine base. Yeah, it was the Nito. So this Defy already has mentioned that they are working with Kevin, they are working with Nele, they are working with Anna, that they rescued Nito. They are working with Mona, that who is a former state sec, now GS9 in Griffin, categorized in Griffin terms, but that was the assistant of Kevin. And they also mentioned her, and that is probably AK-12 infiltrated in Girards. So, submarine base. She was a failed subject among Paradius experiments. We and Angie found her along with her other sisters. Angie chose to save them. That was her choice, and it was Task Force Defy's choice. We cannot lay hands on innocent children, boy Mastena. That goes against the very reason we are doing all this. If you believe saving people comes first, then we can abandon this mission and have Kevin extract us. We won't get another chance. And the conclusion is obvious. We have a mission that must be completed, and with our current capabilities, we cannot secure this container. If Paradius reclaims her, the suffering she will endure will far exceed what she's facing now. Destroying her is mercy. We must, please do not. Whoops. The debate is suddenly interrupted by a clear, childish voice coming from right between the two of them. Whoop. fields. Both of them startled at the same time, instinctively jumping to their feet into combat stance as they turned towards the source of the voice. The silver-grey pod that has been sitting quietly nearby has somehow opened. A doll-like little girl steps out. Behind her, the pod itself splits into countless tiny components, which then regroup into 3 spherical clusters. Drawn together by a force that appears to be magnetism, they form 3 metallic orbs that float at the girl's side. The small figure peeks out from behind the metal spheres, waving her tiny fist as she shouts excitedly. Alva recognizes her. This is Helena, the immune individual designated 043 mentioned in the files. She ambushed the whole defy. Damn. Her expression is innocent and right, clearly unaware of what those words mean to Alva, Boimastina, or even to herself. How? That sounds so cool. Commander, what does destroy mean? Oh no, there's not a commander. That's not a commander. Commander? Where are we? Who are you? Looking around, everything she sees is vastly different from what she last remembered, and a surge of fear threatens to overwhelm her. When she notices the 2 Titles watching her, Helena quickly retreats several steps. The 3 metal orbs immediately reconfigure into a simple barrier, partially shielding her body and leaving only a pair of wary eyes exposed. What's going on? The pod should only open with a special sequence. Or it was opened remotely by force. Our situation is already extremely precarious. The enemy can clearly connect to her. I believe the risk level is now unacceptably high. I think it remains controllable. We need to continue protecting her. Helena stays on guard behind the metal barrier, her gaze darting before and forth between the 2 of as if assessing the threat. The 3 metal orbs vibrate faintly, ready to react defensively or offensively at any moment. As Boimastina's Wolf-Eye attempts to scan Helena and the spheres beside her, the system displays it's flooded with error messages of failed analysis. She pays it little mind. This has not been a rare occurrence in the past 10 years. She takes a small step forward, intending to investigate further, but the movement immediately triggers Helena's alarm. Don't move! Helena's voice is filled with fear, yet edged with dread. The 3 metal orbs instantly shift into a more aggressive formation. A flood of warning alerts erupts in Wolf-Eye, and Boimastina is uncharacteristically frozen in place. Boimastina, please remain still. She seems extremely sensitive to our movements, especially yours. Boimastina halts, looking at the clearly overstressed little girl with some bemusement. Helena? Alva speaks up, deliberately softening her tone in an attempt to lower Helena's guard. We won't hurt you. We're actually protecting you. Liar! You don't look like good people! The metal orbs shake more violently, reflecting her emotional instability. It's true that we took you away from where you were before, but that was for your own safety. Alva's brow furrows slightly as she comes to a sudden realization. Oh, right. The commander asked us to look after you. Commander? Helena's attitude softens a little. The glow of energy within the 3 metal orb dims, though she remains highly alert. You're lying! Where is the commander? The commander will come to pick you up later. He has to handle an important mission right now, so don't worry, okay? Really? Yes. When the time comes, you'll be able to go back to the Elmo. Both of us are dolls who have served under the commander before. Please believe us. Dolls? Dolls are probably good. Helena lowers the hand she had been holding up in front of herself. The metal orbs descend as well, no longer looking ready to fire. Do you remember what happened before? There is a place like a mine, an underground ritual site. Do you remember what happened there? Eh? Helena tilts her head, clearly not understanding what Alva means. Alva thinks for a moment, then decides to try a different angle. Helena, do you know what Project Eden is? Eh? Helena body stiffens at the mere mention of Project Eden. The metal orbs floating around her abruptly freeze in place. Eden! No! No! Don't say it! Alva clearly sees the pure terror flash across Helena's eyes. The little girl clenches her fist. Her body begins to tremble uncontrollably, faint whimpers of fear escaping her. I'm not going back to that place! No! I'm not going back! Boymastena registers Helena's fears, but she lacks experience in dealing with such emotional outbursts. She maintains her guard while turning her head slightly towards Alva. It's okay, Helena. I promise you. We won't let anyone take you back to that place. Alva gently comforts the frightened girl with far more practice. She cautiously extends her hand and takes hold of Helena's. Though it is only biomimetic, her physical warmth is clearly transmitted to Helena's palm. I promise. Really? Of course. Want to make a pinky promise? Pinky promise? Like this. Once we hook pinkies, we have to keep our promise. Alva hooks her little finger around Helena's. You are really scared of this project, Eden, aren't you? Helena, whose emotions have begun to settle, visibly tenses up again when Alva brings up Project Eden once more. She shakes off Alva's hand and stumbles backward several steps. Bro, Eden, bad. What do you? Wasn't scary or something like that? Helena. Instead of chasing after her, Alva stays crouched where she is and continues to speak softly and patiently. We think so too. It's a terrible thing. That's why we want to stop it. But if we don't know what it is, we can't stop it. If you know anything, could you please tell us? Please? Strange. Strange? A strange woman. She wants to open the door. Not again. Open the door? What door? Just as Alva is about to press further. In an instant, a thunderous explosion erupts from deep within the passage, shattering the suffocating silence and cutting off Alva's thoughts. The shockwave, carrying rubble and debris, spreads rapidly through the tunnel, causing visible structural damage. Multiple walls are blown through, forming regular holes as stones and dust rain down in thick clouds. Helena lets out a terrified scream. The three metal orbs emit erratic high-frequency vibrations, clearly entering an emergency defense mode. Boymastina turns towards the source of the explosion, instantly entering full alert. Full alert. Wolfeye activates wide spectrum scanning, attempting to assess the threat level of the approaching enemy. The search team has set off our trap. Fall back! They are following us really closely. Looks like our movements were revealed after all. That's escape. Withdrawal point has been marked. See how we have Boymastina without the suit? Why couldn't we have this one without the fucking mech? Damn it. Got it. I want to see Boymastina ripping apart some needles, some Tyrian dolls with her own hands. I don't want to see a mecha obliterating something that is clearly just a mob. Be careful. I'll protect the objective. Ah, damn it. If we ever get Boymastina's mod, please, micateam, if you are watching this thing, please, I want a non-mech Boymastina. It doesn't matter. Alva. Who? It's evacuate. Damn. It's not even. Can this hit? Can this hit? This one here? No. Okay, we're cleaning right now. Nice. And now we hit. Oh, they are exactly. Well. 3 turns. Let's evacuate. It's not evacuator kill. Man. 8 turns. Yeah, it should be enough. Right. Right, please tell me that it's enough. Let's go. Let's move. There's no more enemies, so it's just evacuate. Let's put the auto. I just thought, what if it's scurvy? So I just went to drink some vitamin C. In the narrow passage, the sound of flowing water is completely drowned out by movement. In its place are 3 distinct sets of footsteps, along with breathing rhythm distorted by environmental pressure. The walls along the way are riddled with bullet holes and scorch marks. With the metal structural layers penetrated, the reinforced concrete underneath becomes exposed. Craters and burn masks from thermal weapons form an irregular pattern. Spent casings and debris of the walls litter the ground in chaotic disarray. A few emergency lights flicker on and off, illuminating the exhausted figures of Alva and Boymastina. Helena keeps a safe distance from Boymastina, and the metal orbs hover around her, forming a mobile defensive barrier. However, she now at least allows Boymastina to move within a 3-meter radius without triggering a defensive response. Her body language still shows caution, but the hostility in her eyes has lessened. Boymastina suddenly halts and turns back the way they came, Wolfeye, activating its remote acoustic analysis module. The advance of pursuing forces is precisely captured and analyzed, indicating they are closing in step by step in a tactical formation. At the same time, regular sounds are coming from the other tunnels as well. The enemy has likely been pointed at the location and formed an encirclement. Boymastina casually peels off the severed limb of a combat automaton clinging to her, then touches the broken military knife at her waist with only the hilt remaining. Wow! With her current combat parameters, breaking through the outer blockade is theoretically possible. However, if the Sergeant doll, known as Sigla, arrives on the scene and engages them in direct confrontation, Boymastina will not be able to cover Alva and protect Helena. Boymastina, what is it? Alva notices her partner has stopped. Standing a few steps ahead, she turns back with a questioning look. Eagle is coming. I'll hold her off. Boymastina's voice is low and resolute. She's coming, huh? Alva considers this briefly. You take Helena and break through the encirclement. No, I'll defeat her, and then you can proceed with your plan. Boymastina stubbornly stands her ground, not accepting Alva's decision as readily as she usually does. Alva doesn't argue right away. She falls silent for a few seconds, a complex light flickering through her eyes. Her expression sharpens with unusual focus as she turns her head, clearly thinking something through. Your assessment is correct, Boymastina. I agree with it. But I need to revise one key parameter. Key parameter? Someone does need to defeat that Tyrian doll. But the one to do it is me, not you. Boymastina's eyes widen in extreme confusion and dissent. This decision completely overturns their decade-long division of roles and operational patterns, exceeding every tactical plan she has preloaded. Boymastina finds herself paralyzed. She wants to voice further objections, but her available vocabulary fails to provide an appropriate way to express them. The parameter is irrational. I am the combat type unit. Exactly. Which is why you're the best choice to protect Helena. And I'm counting on you to deliver the final breakthrough. The lab is directly above us. Wait for my signal. Alva's eyes flash with resolve and unquestionable confidence. We must understand that at this moment she has no choice but to trust and obey. Alright. Alva nods to Boymastina and then walks over to Helena and gently strokes her hair to calm her. She points at Boymastina and speaks as softly as she can. This lady here may look scary, but she's actually a very kind and gentle doll. She will take you to find the commander. You have to stay very close to her, okay? Oh, okay. Helena is still highly wary of Boymastina, but sensing the urgency of the situation, she carefully trots along behind her. Boymastina lets Helena off in the opposite direction. Before leaving, she turns back and says to Alva, "Good hunting." Alva checks her chamber, then plants herself firmly in the very center of the passage, waiting for the arrival of the strongest doll. Oh? Oh yeah, oh yeah. The sharp clicks of high heels striking concrete echo through the hollow passageway. Surrounded by a cluster of combat automatons, the doll approaches from the distance with unhurried grace. Eagle's steps are calm and rhythmic, her arms folded neatly before her chest. A finely designed tactical rapier hangs at her waist, and an air of elegance utterly out of place in the environment radiates from her. When she spots Alva standing alone at the center of the passageway from afar, a flicker of surprise crosses her face. What an unexpected arrangement. When she reaches a distance of about 50 steps from Alva, she comes to a stop, her posture straight and composed, as if greeting a guest. Behind her, the combat automatons immediately spread into a standard tactical formation, weapons trained on Alva, ready to fire at moment's notice. Igla raises one hand, casually halting them. I assume you're the one covering the other's retreat, after much careful deliberation. Alva remains silent, offering no response to the seemingly offhand question. Just as she anticipated, the Sirgen doll before her possessed not only exceptional combat ability, but also sharp analytical observational skills. I understand the implication for this tactical decision. Though you lack frontline combat capability, you clearly possess the admirable quality of being willing to sacrifice yourself for your team. Such a spirit is truly worth your respect. Ikila gives a light, polite clap. Alva still says nothing. In this situation, every second of delay is precious time bought for Boy Mastiano's retreat. Since the other party is willing to spend time on this exchange, Alva is more than happy to oblige. In consideration of your courage, please allow me to offer a small courtesy. I am willing to wait here for 1 full minute and refrain from any pursuit. 1 minute? As a gesture of respect for your noble conduct. To be frank, if I were not obliged to recover the cargo you two have taken as quickly as possible, I would go far beyond this to show my respect. So beneath that elegant exterior lies such arrogance. Alva studies the doll exquisite face as her index finger lightly brushes the trigger on her weapon twice. It's a rare opportunity, isn't it? After all, it is an honor to me as well, being able to converse face to face with a member of the legendary Task Force Defy. I had the privilege of studying some of your tactical records. Though the material is quite limited due to your outstanding concealment capabilities, it was enough to earn my genuine admiration for Task Force Defy. As a second-gen doll, AK-15's performance is indeed impressive. The same goes for AK-12, the leader of the task force. And if memory serves, there was also a doll who truly embodied the word defy. Even among the latest generation of tactical dolls, there are only a handful who can stand shoulder to shoulder with them. Do forgive my rudeness, but you are. My name is Alva. Ah, yes, of course, Alva. AN-94. AK-12 Tactical Support Unit. Please forgive my oversight. Only someone like me, who takes a special interest in Task Force Defy, will be familiar with every single member. Excellence is a quality worth of admiration, and Task Force Defy is undoubtedly its exemplar. However, if you'll pardon my frankness, I have always been curious. How does a doll like you find her place within such an elite team? Elite team. One defined by excellence. Alva purses her lip bravely. You really do seem to know quite a great deal about us. Your praise is an honor. Igla inclines her head graciously in response. Outstanding dolls always earn my sincere respect and attention. They deserve such recognition. And task force defy reputation, isn't it impossible to ignore? We have indeed garnered a reputation since 10 years ago, after what happened in Frankfurt. That's why we abandoned our old code name, aliases, and other identities. Our concealment had lost all meaning. And as for me, you're right. I'm the weakest one on the team. Your candor is admirable. In that case, I can't help but ask, why didn't you choose to retreat? We gave you ample buffer time. From a purely tactical standpoint, you could have escaped. I have no particular interest in you personally. What I truly look forward to is an exchange with AK-15. Or do you believe you possess a character that makes you my equal? I want to try. A faint, unfathomable smile appears on the corner of Alva's lips. Her tone carries a subtle confidence. And by my assessment, your character doesn't seem all that compatible with the rest of my team. Perhaps only someone like me, the weakest doll in the fight, could be bothered to have an exchange with you. Ooh. Ooh. That's a frostburn. Let's go, Alva, my girl. Igla retains her flawless smile, but a chill flickers deep within her eyes. Her expression shows no obvious change, yet the atmosphere softly shifts. Igla adjusts her stance and lightly smooths out her sleeve. Your confidence is impressive. It seems you hold a rather unique evaluation of your own abilities. In that case, please allow me to personally verify the basis of that confidence. She takes an elegant step forward, the sound of her heels striking the ground ringing clearly through the passageway. She finally unfolds her arms. With her left hand, she draws the finely crafted tactical rapier from her waist, and with her right, produces a beautifully made pistol of silver and gold. Igla subordinates also raise the weapons and take aim at Alva. Please wait. But Igla once again lifts a hand to hold them, her gaze never leaving Alva. Alva, I wish to savor this alone. Let's go, Wolf Queen! Through the blizzard blocks obscures the way forward, the queen leading the pack has never once stopped. She is no longer a puppet. Let's go! AS-15. The fifth element, the quintessence that makes up everything within the palm of your hand. I'll come back in a second, I just noticed something. I'm back. Let's continue. Pop, 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 pop. Hi. The dull sound of dripping water echoes rhythmically through the empty passageway. The sewer branch lies far enough from the previous main battlefield that it is temporarily free from direct pursuit, forming a short-lived buffer zone. A few damaged emergency lights flicker at irregular intervals, providing only minimal visibility. Waymastina settles Helena into a concealed spot at a bend in the passageway. She herself stands against the wall, scanning the surroundings while initiating a rapid system self-diagnostic. Helena's metal spheres hover around in her defensive formation, her wary gaze tracking every movement Boymastina makes. She keeps the maximum safe distance from Boymastina. With Alva's absent, her tension and vigilance are clearly heightened. Boymastina looks at Helena, her expression is inscrutable. She lets out a soft sigh and drives a fist to the wall. The dull impact reverberates through the passageway. The metal structure dents visibly at once, the concrete layer beneath fractures, and a cloud of dust erupts from the point of impact. Startled, Helena immediately snaps her 3 metal spheres together into a shield. Her body tenses fear and defensiveness, filling her eyes ready to respond to any perceived threat. She looks ready to be fired if Boymastina makes even one more strange move. Boymastina notices Helena's reaction. Her brow furrows, but she makes no attempt to comfort her. Her system contains no protocols for building trust with non-combatants. She has never been good at this, and it has never been her responsibility. She's the babysitter now. She looks at Helena, her nerve cloud in disarray. Without Alva's guidance, she finds herself facing a severe decision-making dilemma. Boymastina exhales slowly, forcing herself to calm down. Although she understands Alva's plan, the plan itself carries an extremely high risk of failure. If it were only the two of them, even with that risk, it would still be manageable. But now there is this being right in front of her. She must consider that even the slightest misstep during the operation could result in O43 inevitably falling back into the hands of Gerard Group and Paradius. To the current task force Defy, she is unquestionably trouble as well as a burden. Boymastina's assessment has not changed. Directly destroying O43 is still the most efficient and most true solution. Boymastina's gaze slowly shifts to Helena. If she destroys her on the spot, Gerard and Paradius Project Eden will permanently lose this key component. No matter what role O43 plays in that project, they will be forced to seek other alternatives. And judging by the urgency and intensity of their encirclement and pursuit, O43's role is clearly not something easily replaceable. Discarding this burden will allow her to better leverage her own capabilities to assist Alva in completing the operation. She could even turn back and help Alva deal with Igla directly, completing the operation as originally intended. From every angle, this is the most rational decision. All she has to do is eliminate her right here. Helena remains on guard, but the defensive formation of the metal spheres loosens slightly. Alongside fear, a trace of cautious observation appears on her face. She is highly sensitive to changes in emotion and atmosphere. You are not going to do anything to me, are you? The simple question is like a key, unlocking something silly deep within Boymastina's neural cloud. She closes her eyes. I have really powerful orbs, you know. Helena spreads the metal spheres protectively in front of herself with bravado. No. Boymastina answers is short and direct. I promise her. So I will protect you. At the same time, the tension in her frame softly eases. Will she come back? Helena is clearly referring to Alva. Through wary of both of them, Alva's more kindly demeanor seems to have formed the foundation of trust between them. She will. Mastina's reply contains no hesitation, as though stating an established fact rather than a hope or guess. She slowly lowers her hand, resolve settling in. She's a member of Task Force Defy. She will always fulfill her promises. Mastina's Wolf-Eye performs a full spectrum scan. Once she confirmed that the surroundings are temporarily safe, she retrieves a small device from her tactical pack and starts fiddling with it. What's that? Helena carries what? A small device from her tactical pack. Helena's question still carries caution, but now also a hint of curiosity. The metal spheres remain in a defensive state, so no longer as poised to attack. A communicator. Mastina answers curtly as she continues to tune the device. Communicator? Doesn't look like one. Jammer? Mastina glances at Helena, mildly surprised that she knows such a technical term. This is different. Different? Yes. Mastina answer each of the girl questions, but unlike Alva's patient way of doing it, it is with an air of indifference toward both the conversation and her interlocutor, responding almost robotically. Even so, for her, this is already remarkable progress. To Helena, Mastina's blunt manner of speech is unexpectedly reassuring. The two of them continue to talk in short, fragmented exchanges. You will destroy Eden? Yes. You have a plan? Mastina replies remain brief, but her demeanor has grown slightly milder. Helena takes a small step forward. She still maintains a safe distance, but the subtle approach signals the beginning of tentative trust. Mastina watches Helena's coach advance and recalls what her former partner would do in a situation like this. After a moment's thought, she reaches out and places her hand on Helena's small head. Like a startled cat, Helena instantly recoils and darts back behind cover. Mastina decides to stop forcing herself to do things she's bad at. She is resigned. Poor Mastina. We need to move. This place isn't safe. Move? Where? To hiding from Mastina, Helena continues to converse with her. To complete the mission. Mastina replies curtly as she stands up and prepares to carry out Alva's plan. Helena hesitates, then follows behind her, still cautious but no longer openly hostile. Between these two very different figures, a subtle trust seems to be quietly taking root. Yay! Mastina has now a daughter, little daughter. Stay close. Mastina suddenly blurts this out. Her tone is as stiff as ever, but the words themselves carry a promise. Helena doesn't respond, and she simply follows along in silence. In the depths of the sewers, two figures, one tall and one short, move on wordlessly, one behind the other. Corposant Part 1. Achieve victory. I'll do that later. 1.5. Oh, that's a lot. 6 and 8 of. Okay, Peacock's Tail. Nigredo of putrefaction. The first step towards the truth lies in seeking the fundamentals amidst the darkness. The second step lies in the cleansing of impurities, albedo of purification. Citrinas of refinement. The third step lies in extracting the treasure known as truth, rubedo of awakening. The fourth step is when the final rebirth and unification is attained. Or is it? Carrion crow, the crow that peeks at putrefaction, is content to sail further into the abyss. Spotless swan, the most beautiful, precious, and pure feather in the world. Slumbering lion, when she awakes, all vileness and wickedness shall be destroyed. Embers, the world is a silent place. Sycamore branches, in the collapsing darkness, the wolf of Nirvana carries on. Magnum opus, if even our ambitions do not align, then how long can we remain comrades? Tabula smaragdina, just like what they have always done. Peacock's tale. The experiment is inconclusive and the story is not yet over. Homunculus. Miracles and the work of mortal hands. Yep, it was alchemy. Let's go. Let's start at least 2 nodes. I sit in a sofa in front of the floor-to-ceiling windows, and looking down on the city of Lviv. As a white zone city, it is a clean and bright place. Compared to previous green zone cities, it looks like a product of a completely different society. Lines of cars flow steadily down arterial streets while corporate skyscrapers tower overhead. Everything here seems like it's completely disconnected from what lies beyond the quarantine walls. It looks even more developed than the major cities from my memories. Apparently 10 years of plenty is plenty of time for a core city like this to accumulate all kinds of resources. If I hadn't been in the Yellow Zone all this while, this city could have convinced me the world was a better place compared to 10 years ago. I dragged my focus back into reality. Behind me, Coffin is jumping up and down the bed, making strange dorky noises as she bounces. Okay. Wow, Commander! This bed is 10,000 times softer than what we have on the Elmo. Gravner launches herself too high and loses her balance, landing headfirst on the mattress. Her neck makes a loud crack before she bounces off the bed and hits the ground. Kovne Gashinda! Conejito de Nashi! That hurts. Alright, Kovne, that's enough. You're messing up the bed. Sorry about that. I'll tidy up. Kovne climbs back to her feet and looks around the room in surprise as she begins making the bed. This place is so fancy. I didn't know a hotel room could be so luxurious. Commander, were you some kind of super big shot in the past? Almost. It was so close. No. Actually, it's my first time staying in a room like this. No way! I thought this was your life before you went to the Yellow Zone. As if. There's no way I could live in a 1% lifestyle like this. Even in the past, I was nothing more than a salaried employee at a small indie PMC. Really? For some reason it feels like you're hiding something, Commander. Currently, we're in the penthouse suite. A penthouse. Penthouse suite of the Lviv Grand Intercontinental Hotel. Our accommodations are comprised of 3 rooms, 2 bedrooms and a living room that doubles as a guest room. There is plenty of space here. In addition to the luxurious furniture, the suite is filled with gleaming works of art. Thanks to the pass, we haven't been hindered or searched once on our way here. In fact, the concierge handed us the keys to the suite without a second word. Municipal police eyed us a few times. 2 dolls at my sides or luggage raising flags, but each time one glanced at our ID and they immediately backed off. I have to say, this does feel quite novel compared to my usual way of life in the Yellow Zone. While Group 2 didn't take the same train as us, the reports indicate that the journey has been going quite well, too. Golfne, can you lend me a hand? Sure thing, coming, leader. Golfne and Grossa help me put away the luggage, and they begin extracting all manners of items from them. Golfne quickly checks their weapons, then puts them into the big safe deposit box inside the wardrobe. Meanwhile, Grossa begins connecting various pieces of electronics equipment in the living room. Before long, a brand new secure communication server is set up and ready to go. After powering up this Type 70 two-way low-frequency MAS system, Grossa connects to an encrypted level 2 layer and establishes contact with the other teams. Commander, 404 and Monsoon have reached their designated safe houses, and they are deploying their equipment. They'll be scouting the high ground nearby afterwards. Alright, make sure to keep a low profile. Have them send the routes over so I can go through it before they proceed. Will do, I'll let them know. Oh yeah, isn't it almost time for the scheduled check-in with Springfield? Yes, we have about 10 minutes or so. Alright, let me know when she calls. Grossa notes, then begins briefing Group 2. I take out a bottle of sparkling water from the fridge. The glass is crystal clear, and it even has an intricate seal on its surface. I sigh. The bottle of water would probably cost a month's worth of mission earnings in the Yellow Zone. I twist off the cap. The bitter liquid flows over my tongue and helps ease my fatigue a little. What's this, Commander? Already enjoying life? I hear this in laughter over my earpiece. I quickly sweep my gaze over my surroundings, looking for hidden cameras. Don't be so anxious, Commander. I was simply borrowing Kovne Bishop's feet. And what do you know? The very first thing I see is you donning a bottle of something super expensive. I look behind me, and sure enough, Kovne is sitting on the bed and looking at me. I walk over to Kovne and turn her head in the other direction. Just a quick I snap, and Kovne is gone. Gway indeed. Okay, keep facing that way. Don't look at me for now. After ensuring that the lion can't see me, I keep my earpiece and continue the transmission. What is it? Is there news? Just making a routine check-in. The Elmos now stop beside the railway station you set out from, near the Greenstone quarantine walls. I doubt anyone will be bold enough to launch an attack there. I have already placed an order for cheaper fuel, and the local underground brokers already sending the supplies over. This way, Group 3 will always be ready to extract you all from Lviv. Speaking of which, Commander, I was looking to the Elmos account and I have to say, your finances are in a really sad state. Wait, you hacked my account? Oh my, how is that considered hacking? I prefer to call it effective asset management. Well, thank you very much for that. Unfortunately, the Elmo really is straight for cash. So if that really bothers you, why don't you top off your our accounts with your UNC salary? So not only do you want me to work for free, but you even want me to pay for the privilege of doing so? You are so inhumane. Boo-hoo. The banter between these two is always the best. And the banter is better if there's star 15 in the middle. But how much do we need to wait before she comes back to the Elmo? I just ignored I just ignored Dandelion's theatrics. How are things with the Tyrian dolls and Melanie on board the Elmo? They are pretty normal for now. I have arranged for Gross's teams to keep an eye on them. They shouldn't cause any trouble for the time being. There haven't been any developments otherwise. As for the GR group, it seems they'll be holding a press conference today. If anything important comes up, I'll share it with you. That works for me, thank you. Commander, Mrs. Springfield made her check-in call. Alright. That's all for now then. We'll talk if anything new happens. Hi. Okay. That's literally me. I know to Grossa, and she patches Springfield to my earpiece. Commander. Springfield, how's the mission going? You should have linked up with Kalin by now, right? Indeed, we are with Miss Kalina now. However, Springfield hesitates and says that something is wrong. She's being hospitalized and is undergoing treatment. I have also heard that you have arrived in Lviv. Chikikan is gotta. Alright, go get your girl. Could I trouble you to come over and visit her? Wait, she's being hospitalized? What happened to her? Springfield doesn't reply right away. I can hear someone whispering from beside her. Sorry, Commander, but the details are very complicated and I might not be able to explain them over the transmission. It will be best to explain the specifics to you in person. I sent you the address. In addition, Miss Kalina would like to speak with you face to face. Understood. I'm heading over right now. I'm very sorry to have inconvenienced you, Commander. Not at all. Are you alright? Yes, we dolls are fine. It's just that Miss Kalina. In any case, we'll be waiting for you at the hospital entrance. Got it. Give me some time. The transmission ends and I begin thinking. Springfield mentioned that Kalina was in hospital. Were the Sukero girls and Kalin attacked during the Helena handover? Alarms immediately go off in my head. If Helena could be snatched even in the white zone, it means Nonfa doesn't have much control over the situation in Lviv. That also implies that what Kruger said about putting the GR group on trial is probably not going to happen. I remember an incident in the city of Belgrade. It strikes me that I have nowhere near enough forces on hand to handle a clash of that level. Oh, Belgrade was something else entirely, dude. That was handling the manifestation. What's the word in English? I forget the word. The one in the not parade. Rally? No. Forgot the name. The one protesting. Protesting groups, the Paradios groups, Nitos, the elites and fucking have to cover for the politician. That at the end of everything it was a puppet. Well, I hope that she wasn't so much of a puppet. Gelda Ulrich, was it? I hope that after 10 years I hope that we can meet her again and see if she has helped whatever happened, or she is doing something, or is on our side of the of this thing, of this conflict. Groza, get ready to move out. This is our destination. These coordinates are... Is this a hospital? Did something happen? Yes, something happened to Kalin. I don't know the details yet. I only found out from Springfield's mission. My guess is that they were attacked during the Helena handover, and Kalin is probably hurt. They were attacked? Is Helena alright? I don't know at the moment. In any case, we should get moving ASAP. Monsung stays behind to gather intel near the hotel. 404 shadows us from a distance and keeps an eye on our surroundings. Understood. I relay your orders. Governor, I'll Commander gear up. It's just a hospital visit. I'll be fine with my sidearm. 404 will carry long-range weapons. Make sure they don't catch the attention of the municipal police. Gross and Kolfnen nod, then begin working in their respective tasks. I rub my temples, feeling grateful for my instincts. Of course my trip to Lviv wouldn't be smooth sailing. The taxi drops us off at the main gate of the hospital, but what surprised me is that it looks nothing like what I imagined. This is... what? Lone Trail... futuristic 60s futuristic US style, like that. The vintage futuristic style that they call it now. Like, wait, is it like the... No. Nah, I was thinking something else entirely. But Lone Trail, freaking... I forgot the name of the Arnice faction that uses the Arduino logo. Fuck. What? What's the name? I forgot. Anyways. Taxi drops us off the main gate of the hospital. It doesn't look like a hospital so much as another hotel. The main courtyard's lush greenery speaks of careful landscaping, while the corridor to the hospital interior remains nearly empty of foot traffic. I head toward the front door. Springfield is there already, and she has clearly been waiting for a while. Commander, you're here. Gross and Kolfnen nod to Springfield, but I'm more concerned about just what exactly happened to them. What's the current situation? I'm very sorry. We were attacked while we were meeting well with Miss Kalina. Was it the Gerard group? I'll take it from here. Kruger! Kruger walks out from inside the building, wearing a formal suit. His face is gloomy, which is unlike how he was when I last saw him. Mr. Kruger, you're here too? Yes. After all, I bear responsibility for what happened. Let's continue this inside. Come with me, Commander. Kruger turns and heads inside. I follow him without a word. Inside the corridor, I see several men in suits speaking into their lapels. They eye us warily. I see a few quiet words to Grossa, having her remind 404 not to end up clashing with Kruger's people. Grossa nods and begins speaking with them in level 2. At the end of the corridor, Kruger opens a door. There is a small reception room beyond and another door on the far side of that one. My instincts tell me that Kalina should be in there. A petite doll is standing in the corner of the reception room, her hand raised in greeting. Naturally, I wouldn't be surprised to find her here. Leva walks over to a nearby sofa. Her hand. You call her petite? You're on death row, Commander. The other doll silently moved to her side while I settle into one sofa facing Kruger, which is ramrod straight. Kruger takes a seat and sighs heavily. Then he looks up, awaiting my questions. What's going on, Mr. Kruger? Your guess was correct. The Gerard group attacked the handover point and engaged our agent team and Kalina. Did they take Helena? No. They didn't get anything. Eh? They surrounded the handover point and knocked out our human personnel with some kind of unknown radiation weapon, including Kalina. Epithelium. Meanwhile, our tactical dolls were standing off against the Gerard group armed forces. In the end, we didn't let them take Helena. So, Helena is... She's not with us either. Two dolls from Task Force Defy took her with them. Defy? I think I should let someone who was there tell you about it. Leva was on the scene at that time. Her logs should be quite convincing. Leva nods, then takes a step forward and offers me a tablet. It's been a long time, Commander. Give her a hug. Come on. Allow me to explain what happened. The tablet contains Leva's visual logs, from their standoff with the Gerard forces to the two Defy dolls moving with Helena. Leva goes over the events in the video as they play out before me. So Gerard forces surrounded you, tried to kidnap Helena, then Defy suddenly showed up and took her away during the standoff. That's right. The position had very strong electronic warfare capabilities. Both our human and doll elements were suppressed from the very beginning, subject to the unknown collapsed particles which we failed to detect. They were led by a very powerful Tyrian doll, strong enough to fight AK-15 to a standstill. Excuse me? Have a look, Commander. Yeah, Leva was in the shadows, filming everything. In the video, I see AK-15 clutching with a doll in a fancy dress. For the moment, AK-15 is at a disadvantage. There is an explosion and then Defy is nowhere to be seen. They took Helena and fled into the sewers. After that, Gerard's forces locked it down. Pretty bold of the Gerard group to hit non-fa personnel this close to the white zone, don't you think? Kalina and the others exchanged fire when unknown mechanical units first, until the Syrian doll showed up with local security forces and surrounded the warehouse. Strictly speaking, it was a perfectly normal police response to an alert. Textbook entrapment, don't you mean? Nothing they did violated green or white zone laws. I also contacted the art group's chairman, and he swore that this was his underling acting on their own. He wasn't informed and never gave his approval for anything like this. As if anyone would believe that bullshit. That man is pretty gregarious, stating in his own right now. Right. Given his situation, he had no reason to attack us. So I suspect there might be a new uncertain element involved. In any case, I'll keep applying pressure to make sure this kind of attack doesn't happen again. We'll do our best to get Helena back. At the very least, she should be relatively safe as long as she's in Defy's custody. Why would Defy take Helena? I believe that at the time. The idols determined that Girard was on the verge of seizing Helena, so they decided to intercept her instead. That course of action would make sense. They might not be affiliated with the state anymore, but they still have ways to reach us. That said, I find it very suspicious that they haven't contacted us after taking Helena with them. In the past, Melanie said that the state agents had tried to rescue her, and the fight is closely linked to state-sec. Perhaps they were involved with the Helena situation before I was, but I still can't bring myself to relax until I see Helena safe. Noting my frown, Kruger stands off and pats me on the shoulder. After seeing me raise my head, he points to the inner door and speaks to me. We'll look into the Helena situation. Until then, you should go see Kalina. She's in the wards over there. She's feeling very depressed now. Maybe seeing you will help cheer her up. Yeah, I'll have a good chat with her. I nod and raise to my feet. Skolfne moves to follow me, but Leva raises a hand to stop her. Let's give them some time alone. Kolfne looks at Grossa in confusion, but Grossa nods Kolfne too, so she obediently returns to her previous place. I open the door and find Lena sitting on the bed. Ah, Commander, you're here! Lena lightly shakes the person lying in the bed, but she doesn't respond. Kalin? Kalina wraps herself in her blanket, curling into a cocoon with her back turned to me. She shows no sign of responding to Lena. Let me handle this. Lena nods to me, then hops off the bed and heads outside. Commander, make sure you have a good chat with Kalin, okay? After whispering in my ear, Lena steps outside and closes the door behind her. I gulp. It sounds simple enough, but I can't help but feel nervous about it. After calming myself down and pulling myself together, I address the head of the sick bed in a voice as natural as I can manage. Kalin? Are you alright? I creep to her bedside and rise on my tiptoes, trying to glimpse her face. Kalin seems to realize what I'm trying to do and covers her face with the blanket. Soft sniffles escape from beneath the fabric. I sigh quietly and then take my seat beside her bed, waiting for her to emerge. The ward is filled with an almost unbearable silence, which only makes me more aware of how out of place I am here. I have to say something to break this deadlock, and with that in mind, I decide to speak. Say, Colin, about that broker you recommended me last time, is he the same one that keeps quoting you the lowest prices? For some reason, his stuff seems a bit dodgy. Still, I get that you're watching every penny when it comes to expenses like this, so it's understandable you were going for the most cost-efficient option.
3時になってもやっぱり節約しちゃうものなのか?
I guess you're still as thrifty as ever, even after becoming a counselor, huh?
そんなわけないでしょ。
It worked. It worked. The bluff worked. As if. Upon hearing this, Kalina is so annoyed that she pops her head out the blankets and glares at me.
指揮官様にいい加減な闇
How could I possibly recommend cheap merchants to you, Commander?
いくらなんでもひどすぎます。
You're slandering me. I pick out the best brokers in the area for you. Hitter's fan just now are still welling up her eyes. Without her blazer, Kalina's angry expression can't hide the glimpse of youth and innocence I remember. She seems to catch herself. In an instant, the sheets are yanked back over her face, her hands sweeping hastily at tear-streaked cheeks.
もうまた昔みたいにからかって。
Damn it! You did it to me again, Commander. She looks so sad.
怒る元気があって安心したよ。
Well, I'm glad to see you are energetic enough to respond like that. Not that Kalina isn't going to retreat under the covers for the time being. I finally have the chance to have a broader conversation with her. In an attempt to ease the awkwardness in the air, I look at the fruit basket near the head of the bed. There are apples and a fruit knife in there.
リンゴ食べるか?
Want an apple? I'll peel one for you. Kalina lowers her head without saying anything. Then she nods in silence. I pick up one apple and begin removing its skin. Meanwhile, Kalina's eyes are fixed on the apple. I hand her the peeled apple. Kalina takes a bit of it, and then the tears start flowing once again.
指揮官様。
She is still calling him Shigegan-sama after so many years. Commander,
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry. It was all my fault.
私は
I couldn't protect Helena. Her voice is very soft, but every word oozes self-loathing and regret. I don't know how to console her. After thinking for a moment, I muster up a simple reply.
ヘレナなら反逆正体と一緒にいる。
Helena is currently with the Five.
奪われずに済んだ。
The Iraq group didn't manage to snatch her, which is a plus.
それより君の方が。
But your health?
私なんかどうでもいいです。
My health doesn't matter.
そんなわけないじゃない
How
か。
could it not matter?
ヘレナさんは
What matters is that I have lost Helena
奪われて
twice.
しまった。もう
I'm too ashamed to face you.
そんなこと言うな。
Don't worry too much about it. Just focus on getting better.
大丈夫。
We'll get her
必ず
back.
戻す。
Count on it. I
信
know.
じています。
I know you can do it, Commander.
あなたなら
You'll definitely
ヘ
bring
レナ
Helena
さんを
back.
連れ戻すどころか
And if someone tries to
連れ去ってきて
interfere,
も
you'll trust them to within an inch of their life.
昔からそうでした。
You can always turn any situation around, no matter how bad it gets. Kalina folds her knees against her chest and buries her face in them.
でも私はあなたのようには
But I can't. I'm just not good at combat leadership.
弾薬の整理や報告書を
I
求める
prefer
方が好き
certain
なのに
ammo and route reports actually. But there aren't any places that let me do that anymore. Oh, it hurts.
だから嫌なことでもやるしかないのに
There's no place for me there anymore. So I got to do all these things I hate.
自分一人の力でも
It can't be helped because I need to prove that I can still make a difference, even if I'm alone.
できないの。
but I just can't.
どんなに頑張っても
No matter how hard I try, nothing changes.
どれだけ犯罪者
No
を
matter how many people I arrest, no matter how many criminals I put away, I can't even make my surroundings a better place, let alone the UNC as a whole.
どうしてですか
Why? Why these things turn out like this? Kalina viciously clutches the sheets, and tendrils in them only grow deeper as she uses more force.
指揮官様が消えた時すごく怒りました
At first, I was really mad when I heard about your decision.
どうして私にも
Why?
何も言ってくれなかったんですか
Why did you just leave without saying anything? You didn't even tell me.
足手まといになるから
Was it because I was just a burden to you?
いや
No. No.
そうじゃないんだ
It's just. I pause for a moment, and then I decide to tell her.
今まで十分苦しんできた君にまでこんな先の見えない生活をさせたくない
It's just that I didn't want you to live a life like mine with no future. You have already suffered too much, and your body won't be able to take it.
もう戦いに巻き込まれる必要は
There was no need for you to go back into that mess.
指揮官様の目には私が映っていなかったんですね
That's what I mean, Commander. You never truly looked at me.
いつまでも子供扱いして
Perhaps I'll always be a kid in your eyes. I
非軍事勢力管理局に入った時あなたの経歴を
I
見せて
read your service record after joining Nonfa.
それで悟ったんですあなたのそばに立つ資格など私にはないんだと
And after learning just how much you have been through, I realized that perhaps I will never be qualified to stand by your side.
私なんか犠牲になった人々の足元にも及ばない
As for all the people who have died, I couldn't sacrifice and contribute like they did. I didn't even have the chance to try.
いや
No.
違いますか
Am I wrong?
でももう責めたりしません
Still, I don't blame you for that
私の
anymore.
ことを考えて決めたのは知って
I
い
know
ます
you hit the truth out of consideration for me.
今の立場になってか
The
ら
longer I spent in Nonfa,
指揮官がロレンに
the more I came to realize why you were so disappointed in the UNC. Kalina raises her head to look at me, and in her eyes I see a complex mix of emotions. Frustration, regret, longing, and hope.
ごめんなさい
I'm sorry, Commander.
本当はこんなことに巻き込むべきで
I
は
should
あり
never
ませ
have
んで
involved
した
with you in the Helena mission.
ただこの依頼をきっかけにあなたとまた一緒にお仕事できればと思って
I wanted to take this opportunity to contact you again, even if it was just as a bounty hunter and a client.
そうすれば昔みたいな関係に戻れるのではないかと
Perhaps we could have gone back to how we used to be after working together.
例えば指揮官様が管理局に入って
Maybe you might have been willing to join Nonfa.
正面作戦を指揮するあなたを私がサポートする
That way
み
we'd
たいなことも
have been able to work together
あ
like we
り
did
得
in
た
the
かもし
past,
れません
with you directing combat ops and with me supporting you from behind. After saying that, the hope in her eyes fades, replaced by helplessness and resignation.
でも一方であなたにまた戦わせるのは億劫でした
But I don't want you to come back to this messed up world, Commander.
この世界に希望などなく
It's so messed up
全てが誰かのシナリオ通り
that
に
there's
進
no
んで
hope
い
in
る
sight. Everything just follows a scripted scenario.
正義平等 解放、どれも虚像です。財団がどれだけ力を持とうが、壁外の人間が知ることはありません。
Justice, fairness, freedom. It's all fake. The corporations just get bigger, and nobody cares about people outside the walls.
初めてあなたと通信した際、私も全てを投げ出してエルモ号に乗ろうかと想像しました。
After I contacted you the first time, I even imagined myself going over to the Elmo. I wanted to just throw everything away and head out on the spot.
私に失うものなどないのですから。
After all, I never had anything to lose in the first place.
果たすべき責任がなければ、今すぐにでも。
Why should I even stay here and keep suffering, if not to fulfill my duties?
すまないカニ。君にはいろいろと背負わせすぎた。
I'm sorry, Kalina. It was my fault for making you suffer pain that you should never have to bear.
もしやり直せるなら。
If I could have.
いいえ、同じです。
But you couldn't. I know.
あなたは自分のことすら構わないような人ですから。
The truth is, you don't care about anyone. Not even yourself.
たとえやり直す機会があったとしても、あなたは同じ選択をしたでしょう。
You'd have made the same choice anyway, no matter the cost. There was a way that you could have made the Shikan to stay with you forever, but that's... I don't think that will be a good tactic for any of you, any both of you. And it will be harder if we count the female Shikikan in the operation. Because Shikikan would never left behind a child in the war zone.
私もそういう人間になりたいんです。
I wanted to become someone like that,
茨の道になることは承知の上。
even though I knew how hard it would be.
けれど、
It's just... Kalina can bring herself to go on. She picks up the apple and bites down on it, then offers it to me. I take it without hesitation and take a bite too. Kalina smiles in a complicated way. She wipes her tears and speaks to me.
やっぱりあなたは優しいですね。でも今の私にその優しさは。
You're just too kind, Commander. But for me, this kindness is to...
一人にしてください。
Please, let me be alone for a while. Kalina lays back down and covers her face with her blanket. I don't know what to say right now. Words bubble up inside me but die on my tongue. I put the apple on the table and stand up, but she doesn't react. All I can do is turn away, open the door, and leave the room. Kruger is waiting for me right outside.
様子は
Is she alright? Is she alright?
一人にしてと言われました。
I think so. She said she needed some time alone.
カリーナは負けず嫌いな上に責任感が人一倍強い。今回はお前も絡んでいる分、より応えたのだろう。
Her self-confidence took a big hit this round. She's always been very competitive, and this case just so happened to involve you too.
私にできることはありますか？
Is there anything I can do?
そうだな。
As thought he knew I'd ask that question, Kruger turns away and picks up a folder, which he hands to me.
ジラードグループの資料だ。お前の方でもジラードとパラデウスが手を組んでいることと楽園計画の存在についても知っているはずだ。
This is a file on the Gerard group. I believe you already found clues on how they are working with Varadios and information pertaining to Project Eden.
楽園計画
Project Eden.
一体何なんだ
What the hell is that?
それをこれから調べる
That's what we want to know too.
表向きはコーラプス汚染と再生エネルギー
On the surface, it combines collapse contamination removal with power generation. And the leader of this project is the daughter of the Gerard's group chairman. Her name is Orfelune. Orfelune.
オルフェルーネ
Orfelune?
ああ今日の記者会見で計画の
Yes.
詳細を発
She will be holding a press conference on Project Eden, where she will announce technical details.
本来はカリーナが接触しに行くはずなのだが
At first, I plan to have Kalina make contact with her, but Kruger looks towards the world.
今は休養が何より大事だ
Right now, she needs to rest and recover. Can I entrust this task to you?
何をすれば
What exactly do you need me to do?
記者に偽装してオルフェルーネに接触し知っていることを聞き出せ
I'll arrange a cover identity for you as a member of the press. While doing so, I want you to build a relationship with her. Figure out just how much she knows about Project Eden. So you want me to raise her up? Seduce her.
彼女の身の
Seduce
安全
me.
にはくれぐれも注意を払ってくれジラードグループ
Like a French girl.
パラデウス関連の証拠を渡してもらう
However, the most important thing is to ensure that she is safe.
捜査員の
The Gerard group is getting ready to turn over all their evidence regarding their cooperation with Paradius. This means the chairman's daughter might end up being kidnapped to forestall the process, or simply as a revenge target.
なら保護すればいいのでは
Wouldn't an overt security detail be better? You could have them protect her directly.
まだやらなければいけないことがある
There are some uncertainties regarding the Gerard's group plea deal. I'll do my best to expedite the process.
それが終わるまで
Until then, Nonfa does not want the public to link them too closely to the Gerard group.
メディアがどう
Once this information makes it to the public domain, the media groups controlled by the other corporations might end up twisting the facts into their own interpretation of things.
世論ですかわかりました
So you want to control public opinion, then? I understand.
ああ
Hmm.
リワには情報面で支援させるどう動くかはお前の勝手だ
I'll have Leva provide information support, but you have complete operational freedom.
お前の持ち込んだ武器や人形
I think you should have enough weapons and dolls to complete this
必要な
mission.
ものがあれば知らせろ
Let me know if you need more resources.
了解
Alright.
反逆とヘレナに
Tell me if you hear anything about Defy or Helena.
無論だ
I will. Kruger pauses for a moment.
よく戻ってくれたやはりお前がいると心強いな
Welcome back, Commander. Having you around is very reassuring.
戻ってはいません任務は必ず成功させます
I'm not back, but don't worry, Mr. Kruger. I'll complete this mission. It's been 2 hours, and this is a lot, but this right now is the best point to leave it. Right now, I know that all of this is the Shikikan unleashing maximum resume. So it's a kind of a hard shift in tone. So I think it will be it would be prudent, that was the word that I was searching for, prudent to leave it here. And then I'll continue other day, maybe Sunday. There's nothing left to do Sunday, so let's continue with this. I don't know what happened. Every other gacha said that it's Corposant, it's the best event in Gears Frontline. So, no events right now. Nothing in Limbus, nothing in Arknight, not even in Enfield. That is a month new. What else? Uma. I don't play Umas that much, so nope. But that's it. It's a free week to indulge in my desires. Look at this cutie. She doesn't know what awaits. What is waiting for her behind the corner. Okay. That should be it. Thank you for coming, thank you for watching. I have been Equinox Eterna, and I hope that you come back next time. Goodbye, and good luck. I still don't know how to do a proper goodbye. So, adieu.